Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whoever and wherever you are. My name is Lee Lovett, and I'm here to introduce you to some fascinating, very short videos that are going to change your life. For 100+ years, the medical community, including speech professionals, have not been able to help stutterers stop stuttering, and therefore have maintained, and to this day maintain, that stuttering is, quote, incurable and must be, quote, accepted. Thousands and possibly millions of failed therapies have made a convincing case that no cure exists. These failures were understandable and forgivable because well over 90% of all stuttering therapists never stutter, and the rest still stutter. As a result, most of the stuttering world, including most stuttering associations and online stuttering communities, remain firm believers that stuttering cannot be cured and is a life sentence. It's not true. I stuttered in my teens and 20s, but I discovered ways to retrain my mind to think like a non-stutterer. I stopped stuttering and became a very good speaker, so others tell me. And as a hobby for decades, I helped handfuls of stutterers stop stuttering. In 2016, I released a book telling my story entitled Stuttering and Anxiety Self-Cures. Become the boss of your mind. I included my email address and volunteered to help readers. They contacted me in increasing numbers. By 2024, I had given around 10,000 free coaching sessions online and had helped several hundred people who stutter, PWS, become people who stopped stuttering, PWSS. This led to creation of an IRS-approved charity, World Stop Stuttering Association, or WSSA, to help PWS stop stuttering. We call our methods the Neuroscience Method to stop stuttering. In spite of our successes in helping PWS become PWSS, most of the stuttering world remained convinced that there was no way to stop stuttering. And they attacked and continue to attack me and our growing group of ex-stutterers, calling us, quote, liars, charlatans, and scammers. Even though I have never charged any PWS $1 to help them. And our charity, WSSA, offers an entire Stop Stuttering program as inexpensively as possible for only 27 cents a day, annualized to $99. But private coaching is extra, but well below the cost of most therapists. My coaching remains free, as it always has been. Our goal remains the same: kick stuttering off the planet. Since seeing is believing, we offer hundreds of online video proofs that our neuroscience methods work, plus thousands of coaching videos showing how the neuroscience method works in real time. You can even meet dozens of these PWSS at our weekly virtual SAM meetings. There are simply too many irrefutable proofs of stutterers transforming into fluent speakers. What we do is not about theory, it's about results. Real people, real change, over and over and over again. Stutterers are now stopping stuttering and even learning to enjoy speaking, especially under pressure. And they are able to live in the fluent world as if they never stuttered. We ex-stutterers are not asking you to take our word for it. Read and watch our Stop Stuttering stories. Meet some of these PWSS. Ask them questions. Listen to them speak. Look at our hundreds of Stop Stuttering stories. You'll see individuals from all walks of life with varying degrees of stuttering who've taken control of their speech and reclaimed their confidence in their lives. This isn't a quick fix. This is a method rooted in the latest neuroscience, a proven scientific approach that rewires the brain's speech pathways, its neurons. It's not magic. It's some work, dedication, and commitment to change, but the results for themselves. For those of you who still question whether this is real, I challenge you to take a closer look. There's no more defending to do. The evidence is here, and it's growing stronger every day. PWS no longer need to learn to accept stuttering and or to stutter proudly. Stutterers can actually stop stuttering, and WSSA is here to help you prove it. As proof of all of the above, watch and listen to the very short videos that follow, and you too will know that stuttering can be stopped.
I believe that each and every one is put here for a reason. In August of last year, I was going through some books on Amazon Kindle and Lee's book, and it popped up. I got a free sample and said that this book might help me. So in a few weeks, I ordered it and started reading it. By Christmas, I was almost 50% better. I started Skyping with Lee in March, and my speech started to improve dramatically. I posted my success story in May. I am now training to be a coach for SAC. I have a hiccup every now and then. And then again, nobody is perfect. No one is, but we must present ourselves as not having a disability. My suggestion is if you are now starting this process, you are in the right place. Nothing else works. However, you have to do it. The code cannot work the system every day. I never did find my purpose in life until a few months ago. I was put on earth to help people with speech anxiety problems. I really do believe that. I don't know how much longer I will be here on this planet, but I am dedicated to serve the people that want to gain fluency.
So a few of the resources did spark my interest, but Lee's book was mentioned several times. So I went on Amazon, I looked at the reviews on the Canadian and the American website, and they were like all 5-star. There was like over 100 and they were really good. So I was like, oh, why not? Like, what's there to lose? So I bought the book, got it, and then I think I finished in 3 days because it was just so uplifting when I was reading it. And I was like, oh, I know this is a guy that knows about stuttering and he knows how to fix it, because everything he was saying about how we feel or like this and that, I was like, this all makes sense. And like, he knew all of the nuances of stuttering, so I knew that he understood. And I never felt that way with that small period I had with the traditional speech therapy. So here I am today. I think I met Lee in September. I know in his book, he was always like, you can Skype me, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh. So I emailed him. I didn't think he was going to respond. I was like, this is probably like a scam, or like, this is probably nothing. And then he responded. I think we Skyped like within 2 weeks. And at that point, yeah, that was my worst. I had like a few kind of ups and downs, and then I met Tasneem as well. She helped me through some really rough patches too. And yeah, here I am today. I think my speech is pretty good. I don't really think about my words. I just wrote a few bullet notes down. I didn't plan a speech or anything like that. I didn't plan any of my words. I don't think I've stuttered for like all of 2020. So I'm working on Lee's last portion of Mastering Your Mind, just for a better overall life.
I found Coach Lee's book on Amazon. It was the second edition, and I read it completely. There were many good, genuine reviews of it online. So I thought I would give it a try by following the steps given in the book religiously. This book filled me with positivity and confidence. Each word of the book resonated with me, and it immediately gave me a hope that I can self-cure myself and become a fluent speaker. The book improved my speech as I understood concept of Lee's methods, but I found it hard in understanding some of the crutches. I wanted a practical demonstration, so I wrote an email to Coach Lee requesting him for a Skype session. Lee, even in his busy schedule, accepted my request with a big heart and we began Skyping in December 2017. After a few sessions with Coach Lee, my speech showed significant improvement and is improving day by day. In these 4 months, my stuttering incidences have been dramatically reduced and come to a negligible low. I rarely think about stuttering now. I knew if I continued following the steps, I would become a PWSS soon, and was grateful to both Pratyusha and Coach Lee for helping me reach this level where I am no longer detected as a stutterer. It brought a new freedom where I am free to speak when I want, what I want, without any fear. Now, I have started to love to speak, as these are the perfect tools one can master to improve not just one's speech, but one's whole personality, thus making one's life better in every aspect. I would like to thank Coach Lee and Pratyusha from the bottom of my heart for taking out time from their busy schedule and constantly encouraging me to love to speak in every situation, and help me bury what the Lee calls the Satan stuttering deeper to a place where it wouldn't bother me now. I can truly say now that stuttering has turned into a blessing for me.
I actually searched like pure stuttering books. So I scrolled through, I found Lee's book, and I said, okay, I went through the reviews, and I said, oh, this actually looks good. And he actually offers Skype where we can interact. So I was like, this is perfect. So, I downloaded the book. I read the book twice actually, and I learned the techniques, the crutches. So I reached out to Lee, and he passed me on to Pratyusha, who has been very helpful, I must say. We Skyped a few times. I think it was like 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and it was amazing. One thing I love about the session is that it's very interactive, of course, because we speak, but it's actually like not training, we're generally just speaking. Sometimes we speak, and sometimes we speak of random stuff, Diwali, festivals in Trinidad, in India, and it's actually really fun. And while having fun, I actually grew confidence. I learned to speak. I learned how to apply those crutches. And it was truly an amazing experience. And now I'm actually much more confident in speaking. I truly believe that I can go on any stage, any platform, and speak properly. But getting the opportunity, guys, to be coached by someone who stuttered previously is really glorious. Like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I really urge you guys to, well, I personally admire the SSC organization, because it's actually the only platform where an ex-stutterer actually coaches you. And it was a fabulous opportunity. It was great. And so it's honestly thus far been a fabulous opportunity. And I would just like to say thank you, Lee, thank you, Pratyusha, and thank you, everyone.
I'd like to say that my speech is wonderful now, to be able to speak now and not have a panic attack because I have to say my name, I have to introduce myself. It's made a world of difference in my life, and it's just so much easier now to speak. I don't have to be afraid to speak to people. I never knew why I stuttered until you told me why I stuttered. I wasn't focusing on my message. I was focusing on the word. For 40 years, I never knew what I was doing wrong with my speech. I never knew that. And I can honestly say now that's what it was. I've never been obsessed with cure or not cure. To me, that's irrelevant. If it works, use it.
Exactly.
And it works for me, and I'm very proud to admit that. And I'll tell the world that. And I always enjoyed our Skypes, and you've helped me out tremendously. And I keep doing what you're doing, and I think you can help a whole lot more people to beat their stuttering problem and everything. And it's just an amazing thing.
I found Lee's book, and it's amazing because I think that sometimes you actually have to pass through certain things so so that all things click, like different experiences or different events actually make you ready to understand how something is actually true and works. And it's incredible because I know that feeling. I knew that feeling when I read Lee's book. I felt the complete truth about that. The actual problem was thinking so much on words, which explained why all my training and all my practice up to that point did much more harm than good. I was concentrating on words. I think that the more I read the book, the more I talked with Javi, who is an amazing coach, then I started expanding my areas of confidence. Like I started being confident first with my family, then close friends, and I started implementing all these techniques in different areas, which was amazing. That the difference in my speech and in my outlook on life before starting on SAC and now, it's night and day.
Lee, with his heart of gold, bullied me into resuming practice, in spite of the fact that I really had not treated him with enough respect. The man has absolute heart of gold. For everyone here who's a beginner, I would really encourage you to adopt Lee's methods and embrace the principles. It might seem crazy at first, but if you put the work in and fully commit to it, you will see results. It won't be instant, could take a year to a year and a half, but it will work 100%.
First time I found Lee's book was in 2017. I just finished to talk with my father over the phone, and I realized that I was still that little girl scared to speak and blocking badly. So I googled how to stop stuttering, and I saw the book. I purchased it and emailed Lee. We Skyped for a few times, but I left the program. I did not believe in his methods. All these years of people telling me there was no cure were still in my head. 11 months ago, I was blessed of having a beautiful baby girl. And then all I could think is that I don't want to be afraid of speaking anymore. I do not want her to see me as a disabled person. I want to defend her when I have to without hesitation. And I was thinking about Lee, but I was ashamed to ask for help again. The same week, he emailed me, offering his help. The email says this: Dear Claudia, I recently stumbled on my notes on you. It's been a while since you contacted me about your speech. I am still coaching for free and now have over 100 plus success stories. I won't be coaching much longer, so if you like some help, now is the time to email me. Wishing you fluency and happiness. I was happy to receive this, so we started Skyping again. And now I also have Coach Javier, because most of my problems are in Spanish. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Javier, for giving me hope. The rest is self-work and discipline. I do not know if I can say I'm cured, but I too can say that I have come a long way. Whatever your fears are, don't run from them, because if you do, they will catch on you until you face them.
Cured my problem, and since then, actually, I can see that I almost became a new person, and I love to talk with anybody that I can. You know, I enjoyed to talk with others. So I would like to say that Lee helped me, and his method works, and I couldn't see more thanks to him. He has already found many ways to beat our speech problems, but the most important thing is that we should believe we can beat it. We should believe we can beat it. And I would like to say that if I can enjoy talking to other people, you can. That's the very sentence I would like to share with everybody.
I came across Lee's book and read it end to end in a couple of days. I sensed real hope when I read his book. A few weeks later, I sent an email to Lee without much hope of a response back. Well, respond he did. And over the next few months, practicing with him, I found my speech improving and my confidence improving. Almost every single day, I find my speech much improved in person and especially on the phone. Another resource that's been invaluable the last few months has been the website, where I have gone back to go through Lee's video lectures in the anxiety course to refresh my memory on the key principles and practices, especially on days when I am feeling anxious, fearful, and pessimistic about my speech. I wouldn't say, however, I love to speak yet, certainly not on the phone. But I do believe that by practicing Lee's methods daily, sincerely, I will get there, like many of you. I think this speech club is also a great place to get inspired by other folks who have beaten it, to listen to their stories and march on. And finally, thanks Lee for sharing your wonderful methods to help all of us PWS not just see light at the end of the tunnel, but also for hand-holding us as we cross it.
Since that point, since I've been practicing your methods, I went from one who classifies myself as a stutterer to now I speak freely. I speak comfortably, like I am right now. All I'll say is the only way that this stuff works is if you practice it. If you just read that book and say, that's good stuff, and move on, it's not going to help you. Or if you just fight it and don't even try it, that's not going to help you. Try it. Practice it. Practice it for months and just watch your life change. Watch your speech change. These people are the real deal. Trust it. Trust these methods.